we are going to discuss about how you can prepare your final report of your project work. Okay, I will give this template and you can prepare according to the template. So I explained this video with some sample report and you can make use. Okay. So I have aligned this sample report as a printable format. So you can prepare your content by your own and copy paste your content into this file and you just take the printout. Okay. So title page, name, register number you can change and your title. More than one members means you can add next member name here. Okay. And bona fide certificate, your title is here, your name, register number. More than one members means name space register number, comma, name space register number, like that. Okay. And project guide name of your project guide with Miss or Mrs. or Doctor, Mr. Okay, with the initial name and his qualification and designation. So you should follow all the format. Okay, and head of the department here, and this is space for the 5 hours date. Final project 5 hours date is it's filled here, and internal examiner and external examiner signature. Okay, we need to give some space for the signature. Okay, so this template or this format is uh, properly aligned for the for taking printout. So you should follow this. Abstract. The next should be abstract. It should be minimum of one page abstract of your overall work done. Okay, this is presented in abstract. What is the study area? What is the problem you have identified? And what is the methodology to solve the problem? And what is the results you have obtained? And finally, what is the impact of that result obtained to the people? So, in this flow, you should write your abstract. What is already given in your PPT presentation. So, in your PPT presentation, I have informed you how to make the abstract in the similar way or the similar flow you can write here also. Okay, minimum of one page you can write your abstract up to 3 pages, but minimum of one page. And acknowledgement, you should acknowledge all the authorities, chairman, vice chairman, principal, HOD, and your project guide. And finally, if you are working or if you are acting as a intern in an industry means you should thank the industry. No need to uh, enclose their name, but you should incorporate the name of the industry. Okay, this is some industry. You can replace your industry. Speak to the grid, something like that. Okay, and your name is here. And table of content. Okay, so in this flow you are going to write your thesis, abstract, table of list of tables, list of figures, abbreviations, introduction chapter and some points. Next chapter is literature review and some points, and next is proposed work. Next chapter is testing results or simulation results or results and discussion, something else. Okay, and final chapter is conclusion and references, appendix. This is the flow of your thesis. Okay. Okay. So now you can see the main thesis. Okay, chapter 1, introduction. So in introduction chapter, you should give the overall idea of the work you have chosen or what are the problems they have faced in an industry. If you are an intern in your in an industry, means you should explain what is the problem they have identified, what is the area. So the overall introduction, some general points, not the specific points. So this is under introduction section. And next, step by step, you can move towards the your specific area in the introduction section. Okay, you can start with the overall discussion about the overall discussion or general points about the area you are going to work. Okay, step by step, you should move towards the specific area, the particular work what you are going to do or what you have completed in the proposed work. Okay, alignment. This is Times New Roman 14 and all other about Times New Roman 13. Okay, line space throughout the thesis is about 1.5. Okay, it's about 1.5. And margin, this is the margin page setup. You can set the margin. Okay, this is, I think, 30 mm, 35 mm, 40 mm, and 25 mm. In inches, it's like that. In mm, 30, 35, 40, and 25. Why you are using 40 means in left side it should be 40. You are going to pin and bind this book. Okay, so you should give some more spaces in left hand side. Okay, that's why 40 mm, or you can follow the uh, given margin. Okay, and this subheading. Okay, so you can use several subheading. No need to or do not use space. Space bar use பண்ணவே செய்யாது. Do not use space bar. Just give some tab. Okay, enter and tab. Just press tab. Do not use space bar like this. Okay, so alignment is much important, and these subheadings are given in should be given in upper cases. Okay, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. This should be given in upper cases. And if you have more subheading, 1.4.1 means you can give that title in lower cases. Okay, that is important. Alignment error are some errors given in red, blue color line as a error message, and red color line means it's some spelling mistake. Okay, you can explain the work you have carried out in the project. Yeah, here in the section 1.6, we have another subheading as suspension newspapers. It's 1.6.1 and it is given as a given in lower cases. Okay, I think I have shared this documents a day before. All may launches. Okay. And after explaining all the introduction, advantages, this may change depending upon your work. No need to follow the same advantages, disadvantages. Okay, definitely it should be different from this one. Okay, yours is completely different. I have explained this for the flow and the formatting only. You don't need to follow this title and all. Okay, you can use your own title. You can according to your content. Okay, this is only for formatting, alignment purpose, and flow of the work. Okay, and every chapter should have one conclusion. So conclusion last chapter So each and every chapter should have one conclusion. In this conclusion, you can write what the points given in that chapter. Okay, so in chapter 1, what are all the points given? You can add here as a conclusion. Okay, and next one is literature review. You should write the literature review or literature survey with a minimum of 20 papers. You should analyze or review 20 research papers in that particular domain, and you should explain all those paper as a single paragraph, 10 lines about your one single paper, and you should cite like this. It means, okay, your work is also under the development of composite insulator or something. Okay, railway service one. Okay, it means in your reference references will be given at the last page of the report, and it means what it means. Yes, this one. Okay, in your references, that one reference to refers to this one. Okay, or like this. Same part. Okay, now it is like that. You should cite the references in your introduction or literature or something else. Okay, number 5 is here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In that order, that is where you enter 3. 1, 5, 3, 2. It is not acceptable. Okay, it should be given in a same flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all. Okay, and next, your literature review. You can put some. You can put some subheading in literature review also. 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. Okay, and it may be 2.6 or 7 something. Okay, research gap identified, what you have discussed already in the PPT presentation itself. Okay, what are all the possibilities to do extended research in that particular area is given here. So after analyzing these much of papers, I have find out these works, that means these following works have not been attempted by anyone. So there are lot of possibilities to do research in this area. Okay. So these points have given here. You no need to carry out all those points given here in your proposed work. Okay. From these possibilities, you can choose any one point and you can analyze it in deeper and deeper. You can solve that problem. Okay. So in conclusion, every chapter should have conclusion. In this chapter, lot of research papers have analyzed it, and we have some comparison, and we have find out and we have presented the research gap identified. Okay. இந்த சாப்டர்ல என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம் அப்படிங்கிறது இங்க கன்க்ளூஷன் இருக்கும் and proposed work. So some introduction. What will be the chapters? What are the points will be given in this chapter is given as an introduction. In this chapter, the airbag switches, the introduction about air brake switches is given, and some block diagram is explained. So those points should come under this introduction, and we should explain about the proposed work by the block diagram, circuit diagram, or some industrial the photographs you have taken from the industries, and the errors or faults may occur in a specific or particular machine. So you can write like that. Okay, and most important, okay, yes, how you can incorporate the figure. So figure is here. Okay, you should caption that figure like this: fig dot 3.1 dot schematic of the air brake switch or block diagram of the proposed work. Anyway, anything. Okay, this is very important. You may have some experience in writing your mini project thesis, mini project report. Okay, so you should know about that. Okay, and the most important thing, it should be incorporated in the text also. சும்மா இங்க படத்தை வரிசையா 10 படத்தை எடுத்து போட்டு அதில் 3.1 3.2 அப்படி சொல்லி போயிட்டே இருக்காது. You should have some explanation about that figure. Figure 3.1 shows the schematic of the air brake switch, and it has contact amps. In that contact amp, there is a insulator. Okay, this is what this particular project. Depending upon your diagram, what you are incorporated, you should explain that work also, that points also. So just do not copy paste the figure and numbering. You should explain about the figure, and you should explain about the tables that to be incorporated. Okay, table means table 3.1. Suppose this figure is available in chapter 2 means figure 2.1, or table means table 2.1, like that. Okay, okay, this is for chapter 3, and chapter 3 you can some conclusion also. You can expand throughout the part. And chapter 4, testing and results. For the hardware projects, results and discussion. Under result and discussion, you should explain the softwares involved in that work, and what are all the hardware component required, and what are all the hardware results you have obtained. You should explain those things in this chapter. And for the interns from the industries, you should explain about the problem what you have faced during your internship, and you should explain the procedure to clear that problem. And before clearing that issue, what will be the output received from, or what will be the efficiency received from that machine, and after clearing that problem, what will be the results you have obtained. Those things coming under this chapter. Okay, you can refer this uh, report. This report is very nicely written. Okay, so you can refer. This is for particularly for interns from the industries. Okay. And chapter 5, conclusion. So in this report, what are the output received obtained, அதோடைய impact என்ன, அதை பற்றி you should explain. You should explain about the results obtained and the impact of the results, and some recommendation for future research. How the proposed work can be enhanced in future. What are the future works possible in this particular area? So you can make that points as some 2 or 3 bulletin points. Okay, and references, what I have already told you how you write the reference. That is very important. The format is very important. And finally, appendix. In this appendix section, you can you can include your code, project code, programs. If you are using in Arduino means there is some Arduino coding you can add. For industry peoples, in appendix section, you can include the machine data or some values, some tabulations you can include here. Okay. So this is appendix. What else remaining means in that previous explanation, after table of content, we should have list of tables. So table number one. Your first table is available in 3.1. Okay, now suppose your first table is available in 2. Second chapter means 2.1, 2.2, and third chapter first table is 3.1, 3.2 and all. Okay, page number should be included here. And the next page, list of figures. What are all the figures available in your chapter with the page number? And this is list of symbols and abbreviations. Okay, you can use kilogram, kg, kilogram, MW, megawatts, like that. Okay, what are all the abbreviations or acronyms or symbols also? Dollar, dollar symbol put dollar, rupee, rupee symbol put, can write rupee. Okay, ohm, ohm symbol put ohm, resistance ohm, and like this. Okay, okay. I think you may understand this flow of the thesis. Okay, that is very important. By following this flow of the writing, you can make your own content and paste that content in this particular template. That is much better. You already prepared uh, the overall content in some other format, but whatsoever work means you should copy that content from your already prepared report and paste here for your printing purposes. Okay, and the flow should be like this. That is much important. So you can refer this report for find out the or understand the flow of the report and printing formatting also. Okay, thank you.